here by myself tonight. Bob having some difficulties trying to get out of jail. Actually, he worked his butt off today, and he's trying to get a bath and get some rest. So, it's me again. I'm sorry this is all you got to work with, but I'm the best I got to offer. Trying to get situated here so I can see what am I doing. Welcome to Wild Bob and Ronnie. Well, Ronnie. Since I'm chief camera operator and technician and everything else, I want to always be top of the line. I'll do something about this microphone. Okay, folks. Not got a whole lot to talk about tonight. I understand that the County Finance Committee is meeting tonight. Or maybe they've already adjourned. I don't know. And I also got a little sniff of information that possibly they have backed down on raising taxes. I hope that's right. And I'd like to think that Mr. Slusher, who led the charge, and some other citizens who showed up and said a few things, and maybe even Wild Bob and Ronnie had a little bit to do with that. But I'm not promising. You don't trust them till you see it done. Politicians have a way of they play basketball well. They dribble in one direction, shoot in another. So just stay on top of it. It ain't over till it's over. But if it does work out that way, they prove they can do it. Let's remind them of that next year and the year after. That way they know we're watching. I mean, we're paying insurance and life insurance and longevity pay and retirement and everything else for those folks down there at Jacksboro. So they need to have a little mercy on this poor souls out here that don't get all them benefits. I pay my own insurance. I've got a high deductible because I can't afford to do it any other way. But I pay my way. I don't ask them to come help me out, and that's all right because they ain't coming no way. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Like I said, Bob won't be here tonight, and I'll probably abbreviate the show. I'll run out of anything saying before an hour's up, unless somebody calls in. If you call in and talk, I'll keep talking. But if you don't keep feeding me something to converse over, I'll be wanting to get out of here and find something less entertaining to do. I want to remind you that we have sponsors, and we appreciate those sponsors. And those sponsors can be seen if you're watching on UGG TV. You can see our sponsors at the left of the page there. And also want to remind you that we have at lafolletnews.com, we have a very popular obituary page. And the reason it is popular is because that it's updated more thoroughly and more frequently than anybody else in town that I know of. Just because I pull for more resources. And I think that if you want to keep checking stuff like that, go to lafolletnews.com and click on the obituary tab, and it'll take you, and you can check on what's happening there. Also, we have had a scanner operating on La Follette News well, ever since we started back in November of last year, October of last year. And I've recently made some changes to that and linked into a more reliable source. And if it keeps going like it's going, that's where I'll leave it. But if you hear a siren or something, some commotion, and you wanna find out what it's all about, just go to follownews.com and click on the scanner tab, and then follow the link there. It'll take you to a live scanner, and you can keep up with the Follett and Jacksboro and Carrollville Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, and EMS ambulances. Okay, now then, I guess I ought to tell you about our sponsors as I started to do. You know, Dixie Concrete's been with us from the beginning. They are civic minded. They are not. They don't do what they do for self-interest. They do it for the betterment of the community. Believe it or not, they think that you should get a fair deal, and they have put forth a lot of effort to help you do that. They also run a great business. They've got concrete products delivered, prepared, delivered, and priced in a professional manner. They're always courteous. They know what they're doing. And they sell a complete line of septic system components, all the piping and the tanks and the field line extras. They've got all the concrete products like rebar and the wire mesh and the concrete, and they deliver it, and they appreciate your business. Dixie Concrete, they're in the book. And another one of our endearing sponsors is Rainbow Restaurant. They've been with us from the beginning. They serve a good meal at a fair price, and they're not a chain outfit. They are just plain old people like the rest of us who work for a living, get up well before daylight and start work. They've got a breakfast special, $2.99 will get you 2 eggs fixed the way you like them, sausage, bacon, or bologna, biscuit or toast, gravy or grits, $2.99. It's a good deal. I have it once or twice a week. Would have it more, but it's so good. I want another, and I get on, and I've been watching my waistline. It's getting right out there where I can see it real good now. Rainbow Restaurant right above the speed hump dip, hump dip, hump dip. Politics are heating up. They've had, I think, about 2,000 people turn out to vote in the early voting. You can still do that through Saturday, I think. Another thing, if there's anybody watching you're interested, I think they're having a Meet the Candidates night up at Davis Chapel Community Center. And so if you want to leave me and go jump on somebody, have at it. Thanks for watching. As long as you did, though. The candidates are out in force. Don't see hardly as many signs as I did the last election, but then there's not as many people running this time as there was the last election. There seems to be a pretty interesting race going on in the property assessor, for property assessor. Interesting in that I think that it's going to be closer than some of us ever thought it would be. And the road commissioner's race has got a lot of fire in it too. Of course, you've got all the school board members are running, I think. Another thing, I am happy to inform, and I think that I've already said it maybe last Wednesday, but to let you know that they are still going to have the Stony Fork School and property for sale at auction. The county school board wants to get rid of it because of the liability involved with it. You can bid on it, or I can bid on it. I don't know if I've ever even seen the place. I don't know what to tell you about it, but the news is that the fire department, the community fire department that had been constructed on a portion of that school property, I have been assured that it's sold off and will not be part of that auction, and that the people will get to keep the fire department, which is good. They're certainly not going to get any help putting out a fire from over on this side of the mountain because it'd be burnt up before we ever got started good. Now, if any of you got something you want to say, you call me, 562-2676. Else, I'm going to run out of anything to say here before long, but there is a few things that there are a few things. Did you notice that difference in is and are? Because I try to keep my subjects and my verbs in agreement. Just like if I said that if you built bridges and roads, then I said you didn't build that business. I mean, you were building a business and you got a business. You didn't build that. You notice that is singular and bridges and roads are plural. If I were going to build bridges and roads, I'd refer to them as these or those or them, not that. So this argument that's going on right now, I mean, a college professor certainly knows the difference in these, that, those, and them. He knows that his subjects and verbs are supposed to agree in number. So he's either the dumbest professor you've ever heard of, or he's trying to lead us on here with his denial of what he said. And if you don't agree with that, prove me wrong. I had some quotes here from Ayn Rand. She wrote Atlas Shrugged and Fountainhead and several other books, but she was just a wise woman. Of course, she grew up in a country as it was being taken over by the communists, and her family business was confiscated because those people didn't need to own any individual property. In fact, her family was Jewish, didn't help any. She says that the smallest minority on earth is the individual. Those who deny individual rights cannot claim to be defenders of minorities. So all you people out there that are so pumped up about making sure that you treat everybody equally and you don't discriminate against any minority and you change the definitions of minorities right often, just keep in mind that I'm a minority as you are a minority, and as you go through into any situation, you are always have only eventually yourself to rely on. That makes you the supreme minority. And if we keep taking individual rights, then there's no denying that you are against minorities. Does that make any sense? I thought it did. She also says, man's unique reward is that while animals survive by adjusting themselves to their background, man survives by adjusting his background to himself. If a drought strikes, animals perish, whereas man builds irrigation ditches. And if a flood strikes, animals perish, man builds dams. If a carnivorous pack attacks animals, they perish. Man writes the Constitution of the United States, but one does not obtain food safety or freedom by instinct. You have to be forever vigilant to protect what was given to us. The luckiest people in the world are us, but we are slowly letting what was given to us as a birthright be stolen from us just a little bit at a time, and we don't even get a bowl of pottage for it, as did Esau. If you think that you might need some propane, and I know it's hot as blazes, and you can't imagine what you would need with any propane, but you may want to go camping, and I want to tell you, you can even run a refrigerator on propane. If you set up your campsite right, you can have one valve that turns everything on and off. You can be like Goofy and Mickey was when they went camping. You just pull your travel trailer up and park and flip a switch and out rolls the yard, and hammocks, and trees, and pool, and kids play in the yard and everything. It's not hardly that good, but with Digger's propane setup, you can turn one valve on and you're ready to light the lamp, the refrigerator, the stove. I guess that'd be about it, wouldn't it? You need anything else to go with that? If you can get it to run on propane, Digger and plumb you in, he'll set you up so you can run all your campsite off of one tank. You don't have to worry about how to get everything started, and he'll sell you the propane to go into it. The price is just unbelievably cheap compared to what everything else is doing, and it's right there in the middle of Sawmill Holler, right in the middle of the road. 5625. Let's see, I gotta get there. It is 5625444. Wilson's Gas. Just between you and me, it's pretty warm here where I'm at right now because this building's been closed up all day, and I didn't turn the air conditioner on because I didn't figure to have time to do anything. And I'd have to turn it back off when I started this because of the noise. But if I have a heat stroke, I'm going to call Vital Care if I'm able. They are at 562-9370, and they've got prompt, courteous, professional service. They are not supported by tax dollars. They earn what they get, make do with what they earn, and they don't come back asking for more. 562-9370 for Vital Care. They appreciate your business, and I appreciate you watching. The lake levels are down. The Yankees are not as prevalent as they once were. And there's not as much activity out on the north as there was 3 or 4 years ago. I guess fish are biting because I see people fishing. Since they never bite for me, I can't tell the difference when they are biting and when they ain't biting, so let's just assume they are. But a lot of people are like me, and their funds are kind of short, and they don't have the money to go to the ocean or somewhere like that. And as hot as it is, who wants to be on the ocean anyway? The reason I'm saying this is we should take more advantage of the recreational opportunities we have at home, and we ought to use that $1 million park they're building out there. They're still building on it. They'll be pouring money down that hole forever, but I noticed there's not a lot of activity out there. It's kind of surprising. I mean, you'd think that for $1 million you could attract some business, but they have a pretty nice place out there. I think I could have built a nicer place for a lot less money, but take advantage of the recreational opportunities we have here and spend your money locally, because all these small businesses need your help now. And you can save money by doing that. You don't have to drive 500 miles to be next to the water. And the price of gas, which just went up again, and it's back down a couple of cents. It went up to $2.13, took a 10-cent jump overnight, and it's dropped back down to $2.11. By the way, thefolletnews.com keeps a current posting of the gas prices. We update it at least daily. If it's changing, we try to check it more often. It's right at the top of the page. On the left-hand side, along with the weather details, we'll even tell you what we think it's going to do, whether it's going to rain or not, and whether it's going to snow. And I don't believe we're going to see any snow for a week or two, although we are going to see frost early this year. Or I'm going to have to buy some lunches, because I got some bets going on that. I wonder if you've got all your new twisted light bulbs changed out so that you won't be destroying the earth and everything will be Al Gore wonderful. I bought me up some of them old earth degrading bulbs and got them stored away, because I never have found out any way to successfully hook one of them little crooked bulbs up to a dimmer. I'm sure they'll perfect them though. I don't know how. They're certainly going to have to change their methodology for doing the dimmers because you can't do it with just a rheostat. They either lit or they ain't. But that's another thing that we are allowing to be changed for the betterment of mankind. Seems to me like every time we better something for mankind, it turns out to be not a good move. I can remember when if you ate an egg, you were going to die, and now they say they're pretty good for you. Also, I heard that if you remember way back when, if you ate margarine, you were supposed to be so much healthier than if you ate butter, and then they found out it was just completely wrong. Let's see what we got here. Wild Bobless and Ronnie, UG TV. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, bud?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm very middling.
What's going on?
I thought I'd call and aggravate you for a while. Noticed you was getting all them calls.
Well, it's hot as blazes here where I'm at. And if I don't have somebody to talk to, I'm going to leave early. I know why Bob got busy now.
He wasn't stupid looking.
No, I guess I'm the stupid one.
Yeah, I can say even you stupid now. Go on now.
He, no, Bob worked his butt off today. He went home to clean up and rest, and I don't blame him. And me,
Yeah.
I worked today, but I didn't work as hard as Bob.
Bob works hard every day.
I know he does.
Yeah, whenever I go down to there, which not very often, but he's always at it. So where is?
I thought, no, you're going. When are you leaving? Going to Johnson City next week?
No, sir. I got to go to Nashville for surgery on my eye.
Is it Nashville? Okay.
Yeah. Then about 2 weeks after that, I have to have surgery on my other eye.
Well, I hope it works out for you.
That's no big thing, you know. But more people sicker than I am, so why can't go just crap about it and bellyache.
I reckon everybody's had that done. Everybody I talked to, you'd think it was more common than getting a tooth filled or something.
Well, see, I can't get put to sleep. VA doctors up there, not over there in Johnson City, head surgeon and chief surgeon, told me that they put me in under anesthesiologist there. Said they put me under, I had a 50-50 chance of pulling back out.
Well, how are they going to do it?
I don't know. They're going to numb it.
How are they going to
know? Somehow. I don't know.
You'd have to tie me down. Yeah.
I was that close to that colonoscopy and never took nothing. No pain medication, no nothing.
Went through what?
That colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah, well.
And as they was pulling out, I was even showing the TV camera there. There's one grab hit. There's one grab hit.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, there wasn't a cut around on your eyeball then.
No, they say there's some way they can do it without putting you to sleep. I imagine it's some kind of suction thing. I don't
think they can. I think that I've heard people talk about doing it. My understanding is you don't have any, the eye is numb and you don't feel it. They kind of put you under a little bit to keep you from getting up and running off.
Well,
so I guess they're just going to tie you down good.
Nah. No, man could use my pants they want to. Everybody out here grabbing belly. Oh, I heard here, I heard there. I gotta have me a hydrocodone or oxycodone or roxycodone. That's a bunch of garbage. Yeah, You heard that, Dad? Take your Tylenol, get it off your mind, go about your business.
Well, there are some people.
It's the reason to get drugs. That's the only thing it is.
It is that way in a lot of cases, and there's also some people some pretty unimaginable
there's
pain
some that definitely need it. There's some that definitely need it.
Opiates like morphine is not addictive if you're really in pain. and it's used properly, it's not addictive.
That's right. It's maintenance medication is what it is.
But if you're not really in pain, it's bad news.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't let them give me that. No way. They give me a shot of Demerol when I was having a heart attack. I didn't even know I had cancer. I don't want everyone to know that stuff again.
And that don't sound like a lot of fun to me.
It's not, believe me, it's not. I mean, it's weird feeling. I mean, it's not. I was taking 10 milligram hydrocodone. I told the doctor to cut me back to 7.5, and I took that.
Are you still doing the plain truth?
Oh yeah, every Thursday night.
Well, I got that on UD TV now. Just go to UD TV and scroll down.
And we tell the truth, and we got everything we say, we back it up.
You know, Herbert W. Armstrong may sue you, fellas.
I don't care.
He had the Plain Truth magazine. Of course, he's been dead for a long time. I'd say you're safe from him. Of course, Gardner said they kicked him out.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we've already had some comments on the show where we need to shut it down. Mine don't get shut up.
That sounds familiar. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Griping about the neighborhood watching everything, you know.
How's that going?
Hey, let them gripe.
How's your neighborhood?
Be right there.
How's your neighborhood watch thing going?
Oh, it's going excellent. It's going excellent. Everything. I'm not taking the bill up there on it.
I figured you'd go up. I figured you'd go up and meet the candidates tonight.
Nah, I've already met the ones I want to meet with, and don't want to see the rest.
Well, you need a balanced assessment.
Well, I don't need no balanced assessment. I've seen the balanced assessment. You look at the numbers down there at the courthouse, still there. Poor Sheriff Robbie and poor Mr. Potter, they always get the crumbs. You know, that's and then they gripe because they don't have roads, and they gripe because they don't have people out on the road, which they do now. They patrol regularly. If they're not patrolling up by your house, right? All you have to do is make a phone call. I guarantee you, sure, probably have a car out there patrolling. I'll guarantee. I'll say I'm serious. He's that type of man. He's a man of his word. And,
Well, they are
like Tim
kind of.
Bonner and one kid.
I think they're kind of backing off on their tax increase. That's good news for most of us.
Oh yeah. Well, if they cut the pork fat down there, they wouldn't need no increase, would they?
Well, that's what I think.
I mean, I don't care to tell it the way it is. There's been a lot of misappropriation of funds down there. People just paying for equipment yet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's a fact, but I've got, well, me and Rick got enough to pretty well tell the whole story, you know. Just like Rick told me, William Barrett the other night. He said, take me to grand jury. Go ahead, take me. I wish you wouldn't let any other bubbles get popped down there. So, that's what we need out of here. Rick was talking to me the other night. He said,
Went off and made good, didn't he?
Yeah, and he forgot about his people, forgot about his roots. The man grows up down here and then becomes big time high hat and then comes back and won't even talk to his own constituents. There's something wrong with that.
Well, electing somebody mayor seems to have that effect on him.
Well, I heard he was a pretty good man, and he let politics go to his head. So,
Yeah, that happens a lot to mayors.
I say what's on my mind. You know that. Ain't none of them scare me. I don't care.
And I want to do a couple more commercials, Roger, and then I'm going to get out of here. It's getting hot.
I say it is, my friend.
Thanks for calling. Take care of yourself. Call
Okay.
tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Okay, Nate, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Give us a good kick for our show.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, go to UG TV and scroll down to watch The Plain Truth. Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Okay, see you.
Appreciate it. You have a good.
You know, everybody's car tears up sometimes, and if you work on your own car, you might want to go get you some parts up at Napa Auto Parts. Now, they got lawnmower parts and boat parts and car parts, and forklift parts and tractor parts and parts, and they're across the road from IGA. They usually keep an oil change special going on. If you like to do that kind of work yourself, you can save, well, anywhere from $6 to $10 by changing your own oil, maybe more than that. And you can call them at 562-9406 or 562-2529. Spreadling Auto Parts, Napa, your local Napa dealer with access to the Napa network, which is a series of warehouses that just cover everything. Napa Auto Parts. And I can't forget old friend Mike with Ridge Runner Trucking, who got them big blue trucks and knows how to use them. 871-2410 if you need some heavy hauling done. I'd say he's been pretty busy with road work this summer, but he wasn't too busy to bring me some gravels right shortly the morning I ordered some, and he'll bring you some gravels. He'll bring you some topsoil or some field dirt or some compost. If you want to do a little gardening, he can take care of that. Call him at 871-2410. And I don't think I've got too much more to tell you about. Let me check here and see if there's something here. I would like to say that all this talk about tax increases, and we're experiencing a 10 to 15% tax imposed on every dollar that we have or get a hold of, thanks to the inflationary pumping that they're doing. The Federal Reserve just keeps printing money, and that means that every dollar that we happen to have is worth less. Thank you, folks. I'm going to quit. It's hot here. I'm glad you watched me. Sorry I didn't have any more to offer. I can't help not being tall, dark, and handsome, but I'm still good looking as I can be, and I can't be too good looking. Don't forget Bargain Bob's stuff. He's got some produce, and I sell windows and doors and roofing and siding, and I appreciate your business. You can catch us again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, either here or on Channel 12. And don't forget to tell your friends about afolicnews.com, because I think that it's the most complete starting point for the news. In other words, I don't cover many things in depth, but I link you to the stories. And you can subscribe to afolicnews.com, but just enter your email address. It won't be used for any other purpose. I don't even look at it. But every evening, you will get a rundown of the headlines and the links to the stories that have been added that day. So you can start off your morning with all the news that's fit to read, or you can end your day with absolutely no effort except to check your email. Subscribe to LaFolletNews.com. Thank you, folks. Try to stay cool. I'm going to go cool off too, just as soon as I figure out how to shut this thing down. Thank you, everybody. Good night, all.